Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So let's discuss about structure and function of cells. So we saw in the previous class what are cells. Okay, so in this class we'll discuss how structurally we can explain, like what are the components of these cells that we will discuss, and their functions also we will discuss laterally. Okay, now the structure of the cells, we know that every organism has got life. Okay, so every life is not same as the other life. For example, for human the age is different. For animals like dogs, cats, age is different. Similarly, even look wise also we are different. Even plants look different, animals look different, the humans, under animal only we come, but every different animals are different. What does this entire differences is coming from? What does it makes that these differences? The basic thing is cells only. Okay, because based on the type of the cells, number of the cells, and different types, like we are having kidney, heart, liver, all these kind of brain cells like neurons, all these things. Okay, so that comprises of an entire organism. Okay, so it's every organism is made up of cells. So it depends on their size, shape, and structures. Based on that only their cells size also varies, shape also varies, and structure also varies. So the animal cells and plant cells, if you compare, there is a huge difference. Whereas if you compare the plant cell and the animal cell, there is a difference. If you compare a single cell and multicellular, like that is prokaryotic and eukaryotic, so there is a difference. Single means, always remember, okay, prokaryotic, whereas multicellular means eukaryotes. Okay, now so what happens? So cells can different, they vary with the shape, size, and structures, but the features, the basic fundamental features, same. Okay, so the basic structural components, like the structurally, if you want to see what are the different compartments or the components of the cells, we can have majorly the three components, like we are having cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Okay, so cell membrane, you know that it is also called as plasma membrane. So what is this cell membrane? It is nothing but a layer. Okay, it's like, for example, when you go to sleep, okay, imagine there are a lot of mosquitoes. What you put this mosquito net. So this plasma membrane acts as this particular thin flexible barrier. Okay, so what it will do, where it will be, where you put the mosquito net, to surrounding to your bed. Similarly, this plasma membrane will be put surrounding to the cells. Okay, the cells surrounding to the cells only, this plasma membrane will be there. So what it will do, so once you put this particular layer, it will separate internal and external environment. So similarly as your mosquito net, right? When you put the mosquito net, so it separates. There will be two things: outside where mosquitoes are there, inside where mosquitoes are not there. Similarly, this plasma membrane works. Now the cell membrane regulates the passages of substances out of the cells. So what this mosquito net will do, it will not allow mosquitoes, but it will allow the oxygen and carbon dioxide. From outside, oxygen will come inside, the carbon dioxide will go from your distance. I am just giving this example to understand, to make you understand better. Don't write this in exam. Similarly, in plasma membrane, a few nutrients what we require to for inside the cell, it will pass through. Okay, and what we doesn't require, what should go out of the cells, it will also take that out. So substances, passages of substances into, in, and out of the cell can be done through this particular plasma membrane, allowing, so the nutrients will enter and waste products will exit. So whatever the nutrients are there, useful things are there, they will come inside the plasma membrane, and then those who are not useful, so they will go out of the plasma membrane, waste products, what we call. Understood? So cell membrane is nothing but a plasma membrane. It will act as a thin barrier which will allow only the nutrients inside, and it will take outside the waste. Okay, the other things cannot pass through this. That's why it is called as plasma membrane. Okay, so it will directly act as like your mosquito net. So whereas mosquitoes, it will not enter inside, only it will enter oxygen molecule and waste product is carbon dioxide, so that will be gone. So this is in the case of example I'm talking about, okay, to make you understand better. Next, what is cytoplasm? The cytoplasm is nothing but it's like a gel-like substance. You are having a gel kind of few what you call toffees or the chocolate kind of things you might have had. So that kind of gel kind of substances it is. So what it will do, that fills interior part of the cells. Now inside the part, something has to be there, like a cushion kind of stuff. So that is what is nothing but cytoplasm. So it consists of what and all? Water molecules, salts, and various organic molecules. You can literally say that inside architecture of cell is cytoplasm. Okay, so which contains water molecule, which is nothing but almost 60 to 70% of cell is water. Next, salts and various organic molecules which are required to maintain this cell alive. Okay, so within this cytoplasm, what happens? Organelles are suspended. Inside this thing only organelles are there. Organelles are many, that we will discuss in the next slide. So mitochondria is there, ER is there, Golgi apparatus is there, lysosomes are there, vacuoles are there, cytoskeletons are there. These are all having their own separate functions. They are all there situated inside the cytoplasm. Okay, suspended in the cytoplasm, and metabolic reactions takes place in the cytoplasm. So next, moving to the third major component, that is nucleus. So nucleus, we know that every cell has got a nucleus. Even every molecule, even with non-living thing also, we speak about atom. Atom also has got a nucleus. So it's nothing but a center part, or you can say the thing which makes that particular atom alive. Similarly, here also nucleus in the membrane bound organelle that contains cell genetic material. So in the cell, nucleus contains genetic material. What is the genetic material? Especially for multicellular organisms, it is about DNA. For single cellular organisms, it will be like a RNA. So genetic material, we are having a DNA, that is deoxyribose nucleic acid. Now the DNA is organized how? It is into a structures. Okay, specialized structures are there. They are called as chromosomes. Not only DNA, along with the DNA, other molecules also will be there. Okay, so DNA will be present inside the chromosome, so which carry the instructions. What carries? DNA itself carries the genetic information for making proteins and control cell activities. That's why when in offspring, when you become a parent, you will be transferring your genetic material to your kid. So that kid, whatever it gets the genetic information, it is getting the information from you. You got from your ancestors. So there is a different similarity in your nose, in your eyes, in your eye color, in your height, in your going bald, or any kind of similarities you take. Either it will be similar to your parents or their parents. Okay, so it is like that. Not only mother side, even father side. Not only father side, it is even mother side also. These things makes us, okay, that the genetic why I'm trying to explain this is because it's inherited. That character is inherited from your ancestor because of this DNA, because we are getting the information, the instructions, how your eye color should be, that instruction come from DNA. How your hair color should be, that comes from the instruction of DNA. What should be your height, that also comes under DNA, genetic information. Now the nucleus also contains the nucleolus. Okay, that is where rRNA is synthesized. rRNA will be useful for ribosomal activities. Okay, next we are having organelles. We will just discuss about what are the different organelles. We just saw it is situated in the or suspended in the cytoplasm. So what are organelles? Why they are called organelles? Because they are specialized structures in the cells. They have got a particular specific task to do or functions to do. So what is first thing is mitochondria. We know that it's nothing but power rise of the cell. That means it is the place where the energy is generated. Okay, how? In the form of ATP, that is called adenosine triphosphate. Okay, through cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means a lot of cycles will undergo. We are having a glycolysis cycle. Okay, all these pathways are there. When you take food, what happens? It goes to our stomach, it digests there, and it will be absorbed by our intestine. And then what happens? Now this glucose that will be converted into glucose. Now that will undergo the physiological pathway. Once it comes biochemical pathway, it undergoes around more than 10 steps. So once it is undergoing more than all these 10 steps, so there are electrons which are taking exchanges. Okay, and 2 electrons are released because of this AMP, that is adenosine monophosphate will be there, and because of the cycle we will get one phosphorus added, phosphorylation we call. So we will get ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, which will act as an energy source. Okay, that's how we are getting it. That's about mitochondria. All these things will happen there. Next, endoplasmic reticulum, ER. Now there is ER, all of you know, you might have drawn in your high school and all. Okay, where it is involved? It is involved in protein and lipid synthesis. Understood? So power of the cell is mitochondria. ER where the which is involved in protein and lipid synthesis. Next, Golgi apparatus. So it's nothing but a compartment or a particular big industry. These are all separate departments, like that you think if you are coming from other than biological backgrounds. Okay, Golgi apparatus is again a separate department in the cell, inside the cytoplasm. What it will do? It processes and packages and distributes proteins and lipids. It will act as like what you call as Zomato or those kind of things. Okay, so it processes, it packages, it distributes. Now what it will distribute? Proteins and lipids. Where they are synthesized? They are synthesized in ER. Understanding? So ER becomes hotel and Golgi apparatus become a kind of Zomato. Understanding? So similarly, next we are having the lysosomes. So lysosomes are membrane bound vesicles which are containing digestive enzymes. So now what these digestive enzymes will do? They will break down the macromolecules. The bigger molecules they will break down into smaller molecules, and also cellular debris will be there. No, so some waste things that they will break down so that they can send it outside. Okay, through the plasma membrane easily. Okay, so lysosomes will contain the digestive enzymes which will break down the macromolecules and cellular debris. Next, speaking about vacuoles, you might have seen the big sacs, or you can say the empty places. So these are there for storage purpose. Okay, and waste disposal and maintaining turgor pressure in plant cells. Okay, all these things plays a very important role. Vacuoles are very small in animal cell, but very big in plant cell because they have to store a lot of water. Okay, all these things. Okay, next, cytoskeleton. The skeleton is nothing but it's a network of protein filaments. Many filaments are there and they are connected to each other. Okay, what they will give? They will give you the support. What support? Structural support. Okay, and also it will help you to give the cells shape. Okay, when they are arranged, okay, in a network, that means that itself means what? They are giving you the shape. So it also plays a role in cell movement, intracellular transport and cell division. Not only just structural support, other three functions are also there. What are there? Cell movement, cell has to move, right? And then intracellular transport, from one cell to the another cell, some few nutrients will be transporting. For that it will be helpful. Skeleton. Okay, in the name itself it is the cyto means cell, skeleton. Okay, next, finally, cell division also. Okay, so these are nothing but the organelles. Now we just spoke about the structure of the cells. Now speaking about the functions. So functions, so many things, functions are there. In that, some of the major functions we will discuss. We know that cell carry out a lot of functions, but basically to make you survive. Okay, and also to maintain your entire functions, physiological functions inside your body. All these things are done by the cells only. The first important thing is nutrient intake. Cell, they will take nutrients because they have to function, right? For that they need nutrients. We are having what nutrients? Glucose, amino acids, ions. These are all nutrients which cells it will take. and from there external environment to support the metabolism and growth. So from where these glucose, amino acids and ions they will get? From their external environments. For what? To support metabolism and the growth. Next, metabolism. Now what is metabolism? Now cells also carry out about the metabolism process. That means metabolism, I just told you, glucose will be converting into pyruvate, okay, in that entire physiological cycle with 10 steps and all. That entire cycle is called as one metabolism or one metabolic activity. That means when you eat food, it should be converted into energy. So that is a metabolism, right? So for that also you need cell, including glycolysis, as I just told you, the citric acid cycle, oxidative phosphorylation to generate energy in the form of ATP. Understood? Next, speaking about protein synthesis. So cell synthesizes proteins that we know using genetic information. Now how they will synthesize protein, that information also is coming from the DNA itself. So this process involves two things: transcription is there, translation is there. Transcription means DNA will be copied into the mRNA. Now mRNA will have a message to synthesize the protein, that will undergo translation, that message will be translated, so then the RNA will be converted into protein. It's similarly as something, for example, I will send one confidential message through the letter. Now that letter act as a transcription, okay, and now that letter inside there is a information. Now when you open that, then only you will get the information. So when you open that, that is nothing but translation. Once you get that information is nothing but RNA, okay. So RNA will be converted into proteins. Now that letter information will be given to you like that. Cellular respiration is there. Cells use oxygen to break down glucose and other organic molecules. Oxygen has to be there so that it will break down the glucose, and other organic molecules also, where carbon related molecules are also there, carbon containing. Next, releasing energy. Once it does, so it will release the energy in the form of ATP through cellular respiration. So that's why the cellular respiration plays very important role. Next, cell division. So we know that mitosis is nothing but somatic cell, and meiosis we know in germ cells. Both process, cells will be divided, okay, to produce new cells, okay, for what? Growth, repair and reproduction, because one cell alone can't help. So one cell has to become 2, 2 become 4, 4 become like that, 2 to the power n, it multiplies. So for that we are having two types of divisions, mitosis and meiosis. Somatic means normal all the cells, whereas germ cells only it is restricted to meiosis. Now the hemostasis. Hemostasis, we know that to maintain your entire body stability, or you can call it as internal stability, your pH should be proper, ion concentration should be proper, temperature should be proper. This work is done by the cells again, okay. Next, speaking about communications. So cell to cell communicate, okay. So this is also done by cells. For example, when there is imagine suddenly a snake comes into your near your leg, what you will do? The first thing, once you see, the signal will go to the brain, but how it will go? Through the cells, okay. And in brain, what are there? Neuron cells are there. They will work, and then they will process, and then they will put a output, and output is what? Running, what you are running away from the snake. So that is again the product of work of the cells. So communication also you need this cells, okay. Each other, they will communicate each other through chemical signals, allowing them to coordinate their activities and respond to the changes in the environment, as I just gave an example of snake. Next, defense. So cells of the immune system, for example, our body has got a army, okay. So it is called as immune system. How it will work as an army? If foreign antigens comes, imagine some mosquito bites or some virus attacks, some bacterial infection happens, our body itself will start producing the soldiers. Now the soldiers are called antibodies. Now these antibodies will go, whenever mosquito bites, what happens? It will release its antigen inside our body. Now these antibodies, which is being produced by our internal body army, which is called immune system, they will go and find those foreign antigens and they will kill those, nullify, okay. They will deactivate that antigens of foreign, okay. So once they are deactivated, So you will not get any disease from that particular antigen. Imagine a malaria mosquito comes and bites you, okay, and your immune system is strong, so it will produce antibodies which are nothing but soldiers. It will go and find that malaria antigen and it will kill that, it will nullify that, so you will not get the malaria. If your immune system is not so strong, it is weak, then it cannot produce so many antibodies, so these antibodies cannot kill that antigen. So but that's the reason you will end up getting malaria. Understanding? So when you take a medicine, there are two types of medicine. One medicine which will boost your immune system, another medicine it will put a sleep. Okay, immune system, you don't have to do, I will take care, like that. It's like a extra force, like BSF and all we will call, no, whenever there is a lot of tensions in the cities and all, like that. So they come as extra medicine, and then they will take care of, they will kill all those things. So but this, when if you take a lot of medicine, it will weaken your immune system, because army will start sleeping, then extra force is there, no, I don't have to take, like that. So those kind of things should not be, that's why medicine should not be taken regularly. So only when it is required, then only you should take. Okay, so defense, for defense we are having against pathogens or any foreign invaders, they will recognize and destroy them. Okay, so that's it about the structural and function of the cells. Next topic we are in prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, that we will discuss in the next class.